Cool. So we are. Where are we? I have to. I guess I should bring you guys into this map. I'll bring you with me. I forgot about Freckle Kong and Eric. Hilarious.
It did get dispelled though, unfortunately.
Everything neutralized afterwards, right? As far as I remember.
Medical effects, yeah.
So I'm going to have you all start by rolling a Constitution saving throw, please.
Wait, wasn't I teleported away? Or something? Right?
You were.
I picked you up and flew you into the air for a bit.
Oh, that's it. That's what happened.
Yeah. You were all pushed away from the center.
Right.
What is
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh. That was for Eleanor.
I'm really tired from getting level drained, Barlos. So
Yeah.
everything
has flavor. Everything has flavor.
Oh, dude, I never decided on my fucking level.
Oh, yeah. You could take some time to do that right now.
It's okay. Stick at level 13 with us. It's great. Good place to be.
I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm just gonna put sanity checks on the ready.
Oh,
mean, I just-
+9. Nice.
Just I feel like cleric and paladin both make
You need
great
it.
sense for Urzak, but not only fucking wisdom. So like
That's the
The
problem
only-
with
the only-
clerics for sure.
the only thing that's feasible is wizard. Which gets really interesting, I've learned. Multiclassing spellcasters, I would have, because of how it works, I would get higher spell slots before I got the ability to learn spells of that level.
It is interesting.
So I would basically,
You
like, I
just
think like,
upcast, yeah.
yeah. So like level 17, I think, I would have 4th level spell slots, but I can't cast 4th level spells.
Yep.
Super weird.
Dang. What a shame. So what a wild spread. The DC here was 16. So only Eleanor and Urzak are saving. I'm not going to make Brackle and Eric do it. If Brad comes later, I'll make him roll. So for the ones who failed, Flynn, Teth, and Vern, you are all poisoned.
Oh.
So you can tack the poisoned condition on. You're going to be poisoned for an hour.
Okay.
Let me check. I have advantage against being poisoned. Is that applicable?
Yeah.
Nice. You think I'll roll better than a 1?
I would hope so. With a
Here
+8,
comes
you
a-
have to.
Unless
have
I roll
to hit it.
unless I roll another 1. Okay.
Hey, nice. Vern and Flynn, you guys are both poisoned, which really doesn't do that much. Wise, you just
any chance
have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Any chance that instead of being poisoned, can I just like, because I almost forgot I even had this, and I know I'm gonna keep forgetting the longer I wait. I still have that. I never crossed out that D8 from before that I got from
Go for it.
vaguely guessing right answers. Can I just
Yeah.
add it to maybe
Roll it.
avoid being poisoned? All
Yeah.
right.
You only need 2.
Yeah, come on, don't let me
Don't
down.
roll a 2.
There we go.
Hey, just
All
Flynn then. Poor guy.
That's
Yeah.
used.
So as Coralon's body kind of disintegrates and emits this energy, you all feel it almost feels like a necrotic wave. It's pulling at your life force, but you all it's just too weak. It's not strong enough to take any effect on any of you. But you do see Teth. You would be close enough to see when it hits through Flynn. His vitality is just compromised compared to everybody else being undead for as long as he has been, and it pulls at him a little bit, unfortunately. So you'll notice that he takes an effect after this as well. But you are really left to your own devices right now. What would you like to do? You are in this room with seemingly infinite levels or floors, still projecting scenes, like moving pictures of your lives.
Is everybody seeing their own images, or is everybody's images up?
Everybody is seeing everybody else's, so it's kind of a montage of everybody, and that is Flynn and Eleanor included. So you're getting little bits of their past as well.
Is Flynn sickly, like desperately looking at his? He has no recollection of some of it.
Let's see. What is his perception? He probably notices. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He right damn dude. You couldn't have rolled that for the save.
But
Yeah,
isn't that
right after
disadvantage?
the
Despite the poison coursing through his body,
I suppose they would have happened at the same time. So I'll keep this one a flat roll. Everything after the wave would be at disadvantage. But yeah, Flynn, right after Coralon goes down, is looking around at the walls. You can see his eyes kind of darting back and forth, head kind of snapping back and forth. He's turning around, seeing himself in these like short clips, very few of which he recognizes to be something that happened to him.
Before I forget, did we pick the orbs back up afterwards?
I believe so, yeah.
I thought we did. Okay.
Corlon's body hanging out.
His body is not. His body dissolved, but there is a shit ton of stuff on the ground.
Get it?
Go
Yeah,
up
let's see
to
the stuff.
pile of shit and spit where his body just spit at his presence.
Love that.
Wipe a little sweat off my brow.
Oh, wow, great.
Just turn back to Vern and say, is that all? Feels kind of underwhelming, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I agree. He was pretty weak, right? And Vern goes over and also tries to spit on the gear to look tough, but he does that thing where it like dribbles and doesn't really form a good solid.
Try to get it off.
Yeah.
the salivary glands in a dragonborn are just way more active than a human.
It's like I like dragons don't have like dragonborns don't have like lips, right? So it'd be like
Just like falls out. Just,
it's like uses its tongue.
Rah.
yeah.
How does
Spit
how does
raining down.
how does Vern look? Does Vern look hurt?
Oh, Vern is in bad shape. Yeah.
I'm gonna lay a cure wounds on you.
Oh, thank you.
And don't thank me yet. That was a good
Okay.
roll. 11 points of healing.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take anything. I'm still quite bloodied.
Or Vern.
I need to check if okay, I get one free. I'm gonna give you a second one.
Thank you.
I feel like we always need to heal when the healers are not here.
Another
Yeah.
11.
All right. Still bloodied, but looking better.
That's what I got.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Well, fighter man. What do you want from me?
Literally, I'm a fighter. This is more than you're gonna normally get.
Also, I'm gonna second wind and go 23. Yeah.
Nice.
Full
Flynn is not in terrible shape, but he's taking some damage as well. But he's feeling very perceptive right now. Abnormally so, I guess. He will head over to you as well, Vern, and he's just going to hand you a potion.
Huh.
And he'll say, "Clearly, you need this more than I do. Please fix yourself up." And he'll give you a potion of healing.
Awesome. I will chug it.
Immediately chug it.
So, potion of healing. What's that roll again? It's
3d4 plus 4 or 2?
Yes.
say it again.
2d4 plus 2. Now I can't remember. Now I'm second guessing myself.
Okay.
4 plus.
Potion of healing. It is 2d4 plus 2. Yep.
Okay. All right. I will take those 8 points. Happily. And now I'm not bloodied, so that makes me happy. Okay.
Nice.
So this spit covered stuff at our feet now. What do we got here?
So he was adorned with a very garish armor, clearly more for show than for actual purpose. All of that kind of just dissolved into pieces of gemstone and fine metal. So you can actually, let's see what we can roll for you.
Yeah.
Ooh. Gemstone roll. Let's do it.
We're gonna roll 4. No, there are 5 of you that play consistently. We're gonna roll 5 d100. Oh no!
One. The fuck is that?
What are the odds? That is
Oh.
wild.
So I'm guessing
Wow.
that one is whatever Eric picked up, right?
That's hilarious. You find 191 gold.
Oh, okay.
That's so funny.
Say if those are
You
items,
find
at least.
264 silver and 208 copper.
All right, so that is 38 0.2 gold.
38 gold a piece.
Yeah.
Okay.
52.8 silver. Sorry, 52.8.
I'll just round down.
Just round these up.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
So 33 gold.
What 30 no, 53 silver. 38
Silver?
gold. Right?
38 or
40
32.8.
42 copper.
Okay.
Nice.
It was 53
Oh,
silver.
okay, gotcha. All right. 30. Okay.
You also find 4 immaculately crafted emeralds.
Ooh.
Big emerald.
You also find 2 immaculately crafted topaz, 2 sapphires, you also find 2 small stones made of granite, a deep black polished granite. Almost spherical, just off from being spherical.
Oh, more orbs.
I'm all about the orbs. Only orbs of every size and shape. Usually spherical. Any shape, but usually spherical.
Does Flynn appear to be poisoned from that shockwave?
Make a medicine check.
Damn, guys, that could have been a lot fucking worse.
It could have been. We thought the 1 was bad. The 1 just looks bad, but when you get a 7 and a 3 and a 21 together, that's worse.
Natural 20, baby.
None of those were above average.
You definitely notice that something is off. With a 22, you would. Yeah, I would. I can't not give it to you with a natural 20. Nothing else is happening in an area, so you can really focus on him. You would say that I would say that you would know it's either a poison or a disease, for sure, that he is afflicted with.
Nice.
It's also kind of undead.
He's also undead, so you don't know how things like that affect him.
Yeah.
You felt that pull too, so you could assume with a 20 that that's what happened to him too, and it's just taking effect in his body differently.
Okay. The death will approach Flynn. Um, do you mind, Flynn, if I fix that?
He'll look at you, not he's kind of trying to hide it, not realizing that you were observant enough to immediately be able to call him on it. And he'll say, "Please, if you don't mind."
Okay. I will use 5 points of lay on hands to, just in case there's multiple things going on. So I can expend 5 hit points from lay on hands pool to cure a target of 1 disease or neutralize 1 poison. So I will try the poison. That is my best guess.
Great. He immediately feels better, and you can tell in his body language, just kind of sloughs off of him. You could even see, tiny. It looks like sparks almost, magical flecks, leaving his body, just exiting out of pores and such. And he is as good as new.
The least I can do for helping me out back there, and kind of look towards Eleanor as well, and you as well. I don't know what the orb was doing, but appreciate it.
Eleanor will just kind of say, she'll look at you like as cool as possible, just so nonchalant, and be like, obviously, I'm not going to let you die.
That is appreciated.
She'll give
come
you
here.
one of these, like, yeah.
Yep. Damn, there was something else I was going to say. I don't remember what it was. Never mind.
Not to sound ungrateful, DM, for the many gifts you have bestowed upon us, but was that everything in the pile?
There are also two. Again, I'm not going to repeat it every single time. All of these are going to be of the finest craftsmanship. There are two short swords made of. Actually, make a survival or history check, Urzak. Your choice.
History 18.
With an 18, you
19.
would. With a 19, you would know right away that both of these swords are made from winter steel. And they are engraved both with silvers and golds throughout the hilt, the pommel, and the blade. They are incredibly well made. If you pick them up, they are super well balanced. I don't know if you are going to pick them up yet, but that's what you would assume with the 19. They look very well balanced, and they are identical. Both of them look to be made in the exact same way. And there's also a very elegant looking short bow. And is there one other thing? There is one other thing. Hold on one second. Sorry.
It's a staff of power.
That's the real reason I multi-class into wizard, is so I can
Yeah.
so I can attune to a staff of power, but no other reason.
Great.
There is a small what is it? How do I describe this even? It's like a small. It looks kind of like a
Sphere.
Yeah, it's an orb actually. It's a golden orb. That's so weird. It seems like a small. not to tread on the other campaign's orbs, but it is a small bowl.
No.
With
Okay,
very high.
you started describing this, and I wanted to say that so bad. So you're like, "Oh, it's a bowl, isn't it?"
It's a bowl with blue waves on it. No, it's a small golden bowl with very high sides, and it curves in almost to the point where it's cauldron-esque, but there are no handles. It sits by itself, flat on the ground. The bottom of it is flat, and it appears to be empty. It is just a small golden cauldron.
Hey, Eric, any ideas what this is? Isn't he the potion mixing guy?
Man, isn't that unfortunate?
He would be the herbalist.
that the healers and the herbalists are not here today.
Yeah. Hey, there's just Motor and Pestle. Maybe we can summon Brad if we say it loud enough.
Brad, Brad, Brad.
Brad. I really
Eric
hope you
farts.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a small golden cauldron type thing.
I'll just look over at Flynn before I pick up the weapons and say, earlier with the sword upstairs. I know you told me not to pick it up. It was giving you some weird energy. Is that something you can pick up on all the time?
I'll say, of course. I actually wasn't aware that most people couldn't do it. Gladly, I'll look over these items for you. And he can say with relative certainty that none of them are cursed.
Sweet. All right, we'll throw them in the pack.
Mhm.
Okay. When you touch the cauldron,
No.
you're all transported to another plane.
And Beth is dead. You don't know how, but she's dead.
No.
She just appears. Blood everywhere.
It's an identical plane to this one, except Beth never existed.
And nobody is sad because nobody knew her, but you guys are
Right.
like, but Beth.
And now it's all about us dealing with our grief. No one can sympathize with.
So,
That's so funny.
how do we get out of here, guys?
I don't know. Urzak had quite a bit of lift when he flew me into the air. Can you do that like 5 times, Urzak?
Oh, how are my wings looking?
I don't know. You tell me.
I have wings forever, so I have a flying speed of 50 now, guys. So it's just what
Get
up?
there with that.
Urzak is part Aarakocra. Yeah, I would say that you still have them.
Also, I guess I don't remember exactly how we got down here.
The floor of the cabin opened up,
That's right.
and
It's the
the
cabin.
walls started shooting up from the sides.
So if we fly up, we'll end up in the cabin again, probably.
So we
I
have
thought
to
we
put
got
up.
Technically-
transported here.
Technically, the floor of the cabin never changed. It just kind of dissolved around you. So the floor, if you are going by the floor that you've been standing on for the past 20 minutes or so,
Mhm.
it's the same floor.
Oh,
We didn't like feel the floor. We didn't feel like we're going down an elevator. We didn't feel like that movement.
You did not feel the movement of going downwards. No. Actually, you can all make. I'll let you roll separately, or you can stack for advantage. A perception and a survival check. You can all roll both.
wow,
How
that's a lot of
about
rolls.
investigation?
I would allow that too. If you can check for something else.
I really was just checking the walls, I guess, to see if there's anything is illusionary or there's a
Oh,
wall
nice.
anywhere. I have a +4 now for 10.
Is that a 24 perception? Nice.
Yep.
Is your perception +7? That's wild.
Yeah. Pretty sure. I'll double check.
Perception and survival. Oh, mine are just straight
Fucking
Nice.
ready.
d20s. Happy to help, guys.
Right.
I'm still mesmerized by this golden bowl.
What is it?
And the
So
orb of
beautiful.
the Presidium you now hold.
Oh yeah, also that artifact.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, the divine orb is cool and all, but guys, have you seen this bowl?
Yeah.
Do you realize
The
how much
engraving.
cereal could be in here? There's
Does-
high walls on this thing.
Does the orb fit in there? Can you do like ball and cup with the orb and
There you go. Just walk up.
Try it. Make a performance check, Vern.
Are you kidding? I don't know where the orb is right now, my person, but I. Okay, yeah, I'll try. Okay, I'll try ball and cup.
Feels like a trap.
It doesn't seem good, but my rolls have been pretty lousy, so maybe now it's time for a good one. Let's see. Bam. Come on. Oops. Sorry, I have to adjust everything for my potion thing. Okay. Oh yeah, 11.
So you kind of toss. You just don't get quite as high of a toss as you would have liked. The weight. You're not used to the weight of the orb yet. Really, is the thing. If you'd been carrying it around for a couple days, maybe it'd be different. But
Okay.
you don't get the height that you want, and you're not used to the weight of the bowl too. So it does hit the bowl and kind of fall out onto the floor.
Okay. It doesn't go rolling toward Teth and then start a big magnet thing.
It does not. It does not
Okay.
seem to be attracted to Teth at all.
Okay, so that was a one-time thing. That was like you said, long lost friends reconnected, but now they're like, what's up? Like they don't really. It's not special anymore.
They have been acquainted.
Okay, good. I will coolly pick the ball back up, and I'll be like, I'll try again in a few days, guys, and I promise it'll be better. You'll see. I'll make a note of that too. 3 days. Try the ball cup thing.
First order of business during downtime. Master Presidium ball in a cup. That's what we want. Yeah. So your combined rolls here. Urzak, did you roll?
it was a 10.
Okay. So I'll just kind of go down the line. So Urzak, with a 10, inspecting the walls. Visually, they are made of stone with a few layers of marble. You can see that everything looks very symmetrical. It looks almost too perfect. There are obviously these large kind of balls of fire that are acting as torches, lighting the entire thing all the way up to the ceiling, which you cannot see. It feels. It does not feel real in the sense that it all looks so similar. It is too perfect to be made by mortal hands. You know that for sure. Looking at the projections from your memories, those are very clearly illusory magic. You would know that very easily. And that is all you can really tell, kind of feeling around the walls with a 10. Moving on to Teth. You rolled above a 20 for both of them. You would absolutely certainly know that this floor is the same floor as the cabin you entered. You would also know with that perception that that the illusion was probably the cabin and not this room.
Okay, so-
With survival, you would kind of like moving around the room and kind of shuffling around these like skirted rocky uh, um, the bottoms of the walls. You would notice small amounts of airflow on the sides of the room, to the left and to the right. Vern, you unfortunately don't really notice anything. You're kind of just watching. You're just watching Teth work.
Okay.
But with the higher survival, I would say that you could have helped him out with that. So the two of you kind of discover the drafts together.
Mhm.
And then Flynn rolled high in survival, but he wouldn't have found anything that you didn't find, Teth. Hi, buddy. Oh, did you have a good bath?
Oh, milk time.
Can you say hi?
You wave.
Can you wave hi? Just you see all the hands.
You say
Fine, Archer. I don't want to say hi to you anyway.
You say hi.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was pretty sick last night. We were up a lot. We were awake more than we slept last night. He was pretty miserable.
He seems cheerful now, though, so that's good.
Yeah. He woke up and he's like, "Why are you guys so tired?" He was like in the best mood, and both of us were like, "What the fuck? Like, how are you? You went to bed like 2 hours ago. How are you awake and alert right now?" He was all good.
Can you say bye? Give Papa a kiss.
Hi.
Can I have a kiss before you go night night? Oh, there you go. Good job blowing kisses.
Nice.
You say bye bye. You say bye bye or night night.
Bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye.
Hi.
Good job, honey.
All right, I love you, buddy. Have a good night. Okay.
Let's go play. He's not going to bed right now. He's gonna
Okay.
come see you.
Well, I'll probably see you later then.
He'll probably come and say goodnight. All right, come on. Can I take your milk? Let's go. Say bye.
Oh.
Bye
Say bye, Papa.
Milk time.
Bye.
Bye.
Let's go read, baby. We've already read about 27 books.
bye. He's big into reading right now. Big reader. He cannot read, but he insists that we read to him. Yeah, he's just like reading us Moby Dick. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say that's pretty impressive if he's reading.
and next, A Tale of Two Cities.
Yes.
Yeah, Eleanor and Flynn, they're more there for confirmation. For you, Teth, you really are seeing everything for the party right now. Eleanor especially is confirming your thoughts, and Flynn is mostly just fixed on patching himself up, patching Vern up, and watching his memories across the walls.
I think Teth would intentionally not be paying attention to his memories, if I'm honest.
Fair.
You feel that, Vern? That air pressure?
Ooh. Yeah, that's quite the breeze. Being as
Yeah.
far underground as we are.
I'm thinking maybe these sides here.
Okay. I mean,
Maybe it's an illusion, but
only one way to find out. I stick my foot out and I try to sort of kick at the little stone things sticking out of there.
Make a roll to attack.
break your foot.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
not there, not there, not there.
I really hope that doesn't happen. Okay, when I roll to attack, what is my thing that I add to it?
So,
dumb,
oh,
right?
actually, well, roll
So
to.
I always use spells, so I'm not.
That's true.
I'll check. I'll just look at my. Hang on, my actions will probably show me, right? So if I were to use a quarterstaff, it'd be a d20 plus 5. So is that what I do?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. All right. Swift kick into these rocks. God.
It's not low enough to injure yourself. You do feel something strange though. You are kicking stone, and it first of all it gives a little bit, and it feels like you're kicking wood. Very
Oh.
very low DC threshold there.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad I could.
You're
Which is
kicking wood.
my swift kick. That's
Really just rolling
Yeah,
to see if you nat one to
yeah. Teth, these rocks, they look like rocks, but they're not. My foot's not strong enough though. Maybe you try to press on it down here and see if anything can happen.
I guess before I do, but is everybody ready? I'm assuming to get out of here. Kind of more. I'm not sure what Eric and Brackle are doing. They're probably doing their own thing, but more looking towards Flynn than anything else. If those kind of memories are still kind of displayed.
I don't know. Let's consider it.
Eleanor is making a beeline for the door. She's ready to go. Flynn is decidedly more hesitant. He will start walking slowly towards you, Teth, but you're seeing him actively trying to take in as much as he can on the way. He doesn't want to hold the party up by staying, but he certainly hasn't experienced enough yet. But he'll go with you. There's definitely restraint there.
And I wish there was some cool magic stuff I could do to help him, but I don't think there is.
Yeah, I'd like to cast photographic memory.
Isn't there's something like that, right?
Yeah, that's a feat. Yeah.
Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
mind.
Keen
thing?
mind.
Oh yeah, keen mind. I was thinking of encode thoughts. You could just encode
There's-
a bunch of
Oh,
thought
yeah,
strips.
yeah.
for you.
Yeah. There's so in Critical Role Season 2, one of the guys is a wizard and he has keen mind. And like the DM's very big on like if you guys didn't take notes and you don't remember, then I guess your character doesn't remember. And the dude took keen mind, so he's like, well, my character remember the last like 24 hours or whatever, 30 days, he remembers everything perfectly. And the DM's just like grinds his teeth every time that comes up.
I'm in a play-by-post campaign right now, which is an infuriating thing if your DM isn't super descriptive, which ours is not. But our cleric has keen mind as well, and there's a part where this high-level banker who has a bunch of influence across the city is interrogating us, and he casts Zone of Truth on everybody. And we're like, oh yeah, well, it's totally fine. We can just say that in character, we forgot. We don't know. We were just not there. We weren't paying attention. Whatever. We don't know any of this stuff. So we're just gonna lie, kind of, or like tell untruths or half truths, and we'll get through this. And he's like, sorry guys, I have to dump all of this information because I cannot forget it. I have keen mind. I'm blowing the entire information. Oh no, it's usually such a great thing until you need to lie or withhold the truth. Damn
That's
it.
an interesting take. That's good. That's good though.
I don't know. I can almost guarantee the DM did not do it on purpose.
Mhm.
But the way that it worked out was unfortunate.
Urzok, do you have? I think I saw you. Didn't you make a copy of that book? Did you have some type of item that would copy information. I'm trying to think what it's called above game. I think it's something you got from Gael.
It's a Duggar's Tome.
Duggar's Tome.
Well, I did, and I've used it. Would you like to read through it? I've combed through it several times by now.
I was just thinking, I don't know what these images are, but I was just thinking if there was a way to transcribe these images. I don't know. I just was kind of reaching for options. I don't know what these are on the wall, if they're magical illusions or projections of our minds. I was just trying to think of a way to maybe transcribe Flynn's memories into a book, or that book, which copies things, but I don't really know how any of that.
So that's really interesting, and I would love to give this to you. Brackle does still have 2 Duggar's Tomes in his inventory.
Okay.
So you have them available to you. If you can come up with an interesting way to get these memories into a copyable thing, I would definitely let you make Flynn a memory book.
I fucking want that memory book, Marlos.
give me the details. Make it happen.
Okay, so we need to figure out how to get this into that. So I guess I don't know. Actually, I don't know who's actually proficient in Arcana itself or magic, but just out of the characters here, I'm assuming Vern would be. So Teth would probably go over to Vern and start pointing to the images that are being projected. Vern, do you have a way of determining like what the source of these are, or I mean, I can try and detect if they're magic, but actually, yeah, I can tell what they are from a magical source, but I mean, you have an innate understanding of magic, right?
Yeah, and in technology, I guess. So maybe there's some sort of
Yeah.
mechanism at work up here. Can I? I'll use my grappler arm to pull myself up to one of like the tiers where there is one of the videos playing, and try to like inspect around it and study the arcane properties.
Make a dexterity check,
Oh,
or a
okay.
dexterity, not dexterity. Sorry, make an acrobatics check for me, please.
Okay, to get up there. Yeah. Alright. There we go. That was nice.
Oh yeah. So you get to the ledge that you are aiming for exactly. You find pieces of the stone that are super easy to latch onto, and you are very secure where you are.
Okay, I want to start my my study of the arcane arts and any technology that's being used to create these images.
Okay. Make an Arcana check. You can. So I'll give you 2 options. You can make an Arcana
Okay.
check at advantage, and that would tell you the type of magic, which you'll already kind of know, and how it is being projected. That's that's what you would be looking into. Or you could make an Arcana check flat and an intelligence check to see if there are any room mechanisms going into this.
Okay. I mean, I feel like looking for room mechanisms would be a step farther than the other method. I mean, I feel like a god would primarily use magic than technology.
It's up to you. The
I-
dice are going to decide either way. So.
I know. Well, my Arcana level's a lot higher anyway, so I think I'll use the first method. I'll try to just determine the kind of
Arcana.
magic and like the source of the magic, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, Arcana at advantage.
Okay. 18.
Okay, good. So with an 18, obviously you can tell it's illusory magic. You know that right away. Right as you get up there, you can see through the illusion. You can put your hand through these projections. It goes clean through as if they're not even there. As you're inspecting these little floors or these pockets where these images are coming from, you can see almost like tiny nodes on the sides of the spaces. So on the walls in between. I'm not getting in very good camera view. So say like this is the box where it's being projected. On either side, there are two tiny magical nodes that are just glowing very faintly, like a deep red, a deep crimson, very similar to your orb. You can't really see them from the ground, but once you're up close, you can tell that those are the source of the projections themselves.
Okay. I'll shout down. I'll be like, yes. Okay, so it looks like we have some red nodular magic being used here. We have nodes on either side of the images. Clearly arcane. Does that help you at all, Teth?
We could potentially use the pages from the Duggar's Tome to maybe interact with between these nodes.
You want me to try to take a page and put it up next to a node and see what happens?
Above game, I don't know how the Duggar's Tome actually works.
The Duggar's Tome is placed on top of another text, and it copies identically what is inside of the other text. Doesn't copy any magical properties, it just copies content.
Oh, so obviously it's not going to work here.
No, we gotta be crafty.
Okay.
So in theory, it would be like, let's say it was a book, like a book with another book. You would lay the open book on top of another book, and it would just suck that information in.
And it leaves the first book untouched. It makes an exact copy. Yep.
Is there any stipulation about pages being taken out of the Duggar's Tome?
Pages or objects placed in the original book, but which are not part of it, do not appear in the Duggar's Tome. Similarly, any magical properties of the original book might have are not mirrored. Anything removed from the Duggar's Tome, such as a page or a piece of the cover, crumbles to dust and reappears in or on the tome after 24 hours.
Oh, that's interesting. I guess
So not quite like a Death Note.
I guess before we continue, maybe I kind of jumped the gun on this, Flynn, but is this something that you would want if we could figure a way to replicate these images into text for you?
He'll sit on that a moment. He'll wait. He doesn't necessarily seem sad or melancholy in any way. He just kind of without words, very taken aback by all of these things that he apparently is doing in front of all of you, and honestly, what all of you are doing in these images. He's seeing pictures of people that he's only known for a couple months, well into their past. So it's a lot to take in. They'll say, you and I have both been alive for long enough to know sometimes the arcane does not tell the full truth. If this is the last time I see these images, it will be surmountable. I can find these memories elsewhere.
Rosako walk up to Flynn, put a hand on his shoulder, and say, "Well, suppose the way to look at it is that this means, well, hopefully, means that the memories are floating around there somewhere. They're not gone, just misplaced. This place
One can hope.
This place can pick them out and project them. Don't think it's too far-fetched to surmise that some intentional work with the right mage could do even more.
And he'll give you a small smile, which is uncommon for him. And to you too, Ted. To all three of you, actually. All three of you have been very active in trying to make this work for him. And he'll just kind of nod his head between the three of you. He'll say, I appreciate these extra moments. It's not often others make time for what I think is important. And I appreciate that. And he will begin to move to the door. He'll say, I believe it's in our best interest to move on now. There's a slight twinge of sadness in the last bit of that sentence, but you can tell he's kind of set on getting towards the door.
Is there, in his memories that we can see, is it pre-undead?
I was waiting for anybody to ask about any of the memories on the wall. Yes. Yes, there are. There are quite a few, actually. Make a perception check, Urzak. Or I suppose if all of you are looking, you can roll at advantage if you'd like.
Natural 19 for 19.
Nice. Yeah, with a 19, you can see all 7 of you, however many there are. There are memories and images of all of you back to childhood, with the exception being Teth, who was born in this same form. Although there are memories that are projected of Teth where he is wearing vastly different armor. And being a Warforged, the armor sinks into his body, so his body shape changes depending on what he's attuned to. So everybody has several images that are being projected up on these walls where they look vastly different. Flynn is the outlier in the sense that he looks completely different. He has had years and years and years of life, and then years and years and years of decay. You can tell that Flynn was a human, as far as you can tell. He was black. He used to be taller than he is now. He's still very tall right now. He's like 6'5". But he used to be taller. At least it seems like he was taller in the images that are being projected on the walls. And he, you notice a distinct absence of his axe. You have never known him in the 4 months or whatever you've known him. to not have it with him, and you don't see it anywhere. He most often fights with a staff or two very thin swords. Um, the swords are distinct. They're not just common swords that you'd buy at a metal worker or a blacksmith. They have blue leather wrapped around both of the hilts, and they're very thin, almost like they have no hilt at all, or a very small hilt, almost katana-like, but not like a true straight katana, like a thin scimitar almost. And he's fighting with two of those swords. There are several memories of him with combat dummies or sparring with other casters. It would look like wearing blues and whites and grays. Yeah, you would know now that in his pre-undeath life, Flynn was a very combat efficient, tall, black man, human man.
The whole reason I asked all of that was just so Urzak can turn to him and say, used to be a lot better looking.
He just with all of the apathy in his body, he'll just go, haha.
That's the most you can muster.
Yeah, just this may be the lowest he's thought of Urzak since their meeting. You fuck! Like, come on, dude.
You fucking prick.
That will cue him to turn around and give a mighty kick at the entryway where Vern kind of tested the door before. He's going to roll to attack.
I thought he was going to kick Urzak. I was like, yeah, just
No,
deserved.
no.
I deserve this.
Oh yeah, and he's gonna use that pent up tension and just blow a hole in the door. He's gonna kick the door in, and there's a very notable mark on the wall where his foot was, where his boot collided. And he will kick the door right open. And as he does that, you can see, first of all, you can see outside to the circular stones that are outside the tower that you would recognize from when you entered. And you can see from the top down, the illusions, the projections are starting to fizzle out. So they're like coming down the walls. They're starting to burn out as you go through. Flynn will walk through the door, and as he walks through, all of his dissipate instantaneously.
Wait, hold on. Were there Zapdos memories?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, those are important. Yeah, wait, hang on. I hold Zapdos out. and I look to see where his little bird head turns to look, so we know where to look on these walls to find his memories.
Yeah, he will. He'll kind of wriggle free, and he will fly up to a wall, kind of up to your left.
Mm-hmm.
Not many Zapdos memories. His brain isn't very big compared to all the memories that your brains are holding. But there are a couple. He'll kind of fly between one or two panes. One of them you would see him flying in a giant flock of similar metal creatures.
Oh.
None of them look like Zapdos. But they're all
Okay.
kind of unique in their own way. Different types of birds, different types of flying animals.
That's cute.
Yeah, just kind of a mass migration. It looks like of tiny little uh, nanotech metal animals.
Mhm.
And then the other one that he is flying back and forth between, uh, which I'm sure is what you came here to see, is a memory of him kind of flying through a cave-like setting, and it's covered in moss and plant life and vines and kind of even the fruits are growing. It seems to be incredibly uh, fertile land wherever he is flying through.
In a
And
cave, huh?
in the cave, yeah.
Okay.
And he is flying through this cave. It's mossed over. There's beautiful grasses everywhere, and the whole memory is him flying through a tunnel and reaching the end of the tunnel, and two bright yellow eyes open in the darkness, and that's all it is. It's just that on a loop. Him entering the
Ooh.
cave, flying through, stopping when he gets to a pair of bright yellow eyes. Uh,
Do they seem
Clearly,
like dragon eyes?
make
I know
a
dragons.
make a nature check with advantage because of your lineage.
Okay.
Ooh, ooh.
All right.
Yeah, with 220s, you would absolutely know that it's a green dragon. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Yep. A very large green dragon.
Okay.
Kind of do the mental
Also,
math on how big he is and how big the
Uh-huh.
eyes are. He's like, yeah, that's a large creature.
another weird question, and I hope I'm not just nitpicking details, but it could potentially be important. Uh, you said we were seeing, so it's a Flynn memory, but we were seeing Flynn. So the memories are being
Mhm.
played in the third person.
Yep.
So that would imply that maybe the memories aren't actually in his head. Because if they were coming from his head as he experienced them, it'd be in first person.
Yes.
Well, sorry, fun.
They seem to be well. What I will say that all of you definitely recognize things that happen to you for sure, and are playing out truthfully how they did in your lives. So it seems to be like a third person, like an arcane rendering or a recreation of those memories for you to watch. Essentially, just like a Coralon mindfuck as you walk into or you dropped into this place and you're seeing yourself in the third person doing things that you remember doing. It's like, how is he watching me? That doesn't make any sense. He can't be everywhere at once.
There's Corlin. He's just keeping on us.
Cameraman.
He is the reality show cameraman that captures all the action. Yeah.
Okay. Herzog walks out.
Anybody
does
that
Vern.
is still in the building as they are walking out, as you cross the threshold, all of your panels or all of the panels that pertain to your memories instantly go out.
Grab some water.
For
As you all exit, Flynn is the first one out. Eleanor, I'm assuming Teth is walking out as well. So Eleanor and Teth
Nope.
kind of
Oh,
walk out
Ted,
around.
Ted's staying inside.
Okay, Eleanor will exit. Eric will exit. Uh, are you purposefully waiting until everybody walks out, Teth?
I'm waiting with Vern because I want to show him something.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead right now.
Uh, walk with me, Vern, real quick.
Go.
And,
Of course, of course. Is this the Brotherhood of Orb Buddies?
we are now one. We got to work on our secret handshake now that we're bonded. No. You'll never get a chance to meet them, so I figured I would take this opportunity to show you an important person in my life.
Oh, I'm flattered, Teth.
Yeah, and so then Teth will start to comb, and he will try to find an image of K6.
Yeah, you can easily find a panel with her in it. There are two that you can choose from. One is a panel of the conversation with her and Ramsey around the fire. And the other is the two of you out on a stakeout. It's very snowy and it's dark, easily in the middle of the night. And you are watching a small safe house, which is about 50 feet off. You're kind of behind a snow dune watching a building. So you could show him either one of those.
Vern was in the room with Teth during that trial.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw you draw the picture. I don't think you gave any details though, about it.
Teth would go to the first one and kind of point her out.
Mhm.
It's hard to describe, but six is, I think, the reason I kind of became awakened or came to.
Oh, you think K6 was the one who woke you up? Or
Yes.
oh,
I have a suspicion that she might have, ironically, in this moment, been dealing with those same things, kind of that inner demons, I guess, or kind of not coming to sentience, but kind of breaking free of a cage, I guess.
Hmm.
But I think that she's the reason that I think she saved me.
Well, I'm very happy that she did that.
Yeah, me too. I just wanted to show you what she looked like.
I appreciate that, Teth. Thank you.
And Teth would just kind of take a moment and then kind of walk out with Vern.
Okay.
Then I walk out.
As the two of you cross the threshold, behind you the room goes dark. All of the projections snap out, and all of the lanterns, all of the lamps snuff out as well. The door closes by itself. And as the door closes, you hear a few locking mechanisms reattach within the door. There's 4 or 5 of them locking. You can hear almost as if they're large metal bars with grooves grinding across each other and then locking into place, holding the door closed. And they kind of go up the door. They get to the top of the door, and you're obviously Vern and Teth are hearing this or seeing this happen the closest, but all of you would be able to see this happening, feel it happening. And then as it reaches the top of the door, the sounds within the tower don't necessarily stop. You start to hear small creaks, small locks, small cracks up in different parts of the tower, going up towards the very top. And as it goes higher, they become more frequent and louder and more destructive sounding until it gets to the top, and you see the top of the tower just blow off. You see bricks and stone, pieces of metal fly up into the air. And as that happens, the entire cavern begins to move, begins to shake, almost as if you're within the epicenter of an earthquake. It is now happening all around you, and this cavern is starting to move, and there's dust and soot falling from the ceiling. The sands, which you know now are not sand, are starting to shift in front of you. There are ripples being created in the lake that's down there, and it is getting more violent by the minute, by the second. You haven't been there for minutes yet.
Okay, guys, I think we should probably get moving.
I agree. We need to move.
As we're sprinting up to the sands, who's the one that checked whether they were filled with like beings before? Was that Teth or did Urzak do that? Okay.
I did a divine
Teth
sense
checked for
investigation.
beings. Yeah, Teth checked for beings with divine sense. Brackle made the check on the actual sand to discover that it was not sediment. It was like crystal and glass and fine
right,
metal
right.
and things like that.
Okay. Well, if it's caving down around us, I guess we crossed the sand safely once. We'll probably just try to sprint across it again, right?
I
Okay.
would think so. Yeah, just hoofing it.
Yeah.
What is your marching order? And do not count Eric or Brackle. Where do you want to place Flynn and Eleanor, I guess, essentially is the question.
I'll
At the
take
front.
back.
They exited first, so they'll probably be farther ahead.
I think it was Flynn and then Urzak, and then Eleanor.
Oh, okay.
So the 3 of you guys would be up close. So I guess Urzak, I'll direct this question to you. Would you like to lead or let Flynn lead?
I'll lead.
All right, make a make a dex save and a con save as you hit the sand. And Flynn will make one as well.
If this was like a shorter distance, I just have this alternate universe idea of just like yeeting Vern across like this chasm. Fly, my boy!
I am pretty tiny. You could, hurl me
Fly,
across.
Vern, fly.
Ooh.
I don't need dragon wings. I can just do this.
Okay. Very
Natural
cool.
one on the con.
Ooh, oh no. Okay. So Urzok, as you step foot in the sand, immediately you feel what is it feels like hands coming up from the sand and starting to twist around your leg. And they're going to start grabbing onto you. Your scaly skin, it doesn't mesh with how they are trying to grab onto you, and you are able to make it a good 10 or 15 steps into the sand. With that con save, however, you can feel bits of the glass and crystal and things starting to stick into your legs and your feet, um, seemingly just through your armor. You don't know how it's happening, but as you get further and further onto this beach, you begin to start feeling pain, like piercing pain in your lower legs, ankles, and feet. But you are not grappled or anything. They're not holding on to you. Oh, Flynn. Flynn saved on deck.
Have I taken any damage?
No damage yet. Flynn is good on both saves. He rolled a 16 and a 13.
I would like to cast.
We'll say Flynn is like 8 feet behind you.
I would like to cast Protection from Good and Evil.
Hell yeah.
Let me cast this on one person. No. Basically, assuming they're elementals, they have disadvantage on attack rolls against me. I have advantage on saving throws against them.
Nice.
I also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
Very cool. Yeah, you would have confirmed. Teth confirmed that there were a fuck ton of elementals all over the beach before you went in. So that was a good cast for sure. Next, who is next? It is Eleanor. Eleanor's con is a 21. That's great. Oh no, Eleanor. Eleanor's. She rolled a natural 1 for dexterity. She's gonna hit the sand. Natural 1 for a 6. It's not good. She has a +5. That's not a bad modifier. She hits the sand maybe 4 or 5 feet behind Flynn, and she immediately sticks and starts to sink. There are sandy hands that I guess Teth and Vern, you would be kind of coming up behind them, so you would see this before Flynn and Urzok would turn around and see this. Hey.
Rise and shine, sleepyhead.
You would see Eleanor immediately she is grappled for sure. There are 3 or 4 hands that seem very big compared to her body, bigger than they should be. They're grabbing at her legs and up to her waist and physically pulling her down into the beach.
How long is this strip of beach?
We're looking at I can't remember exactly. I didn't go back and listen to
I
the
feel
exact.
like it was like 80 feet.
It's
It was
it's
pretty
big
long.
though. Yeah. I ended up making a map for it just in case. It's
That might change.
large.
It's not like I'm just trying to kind of get a foot. I'm trying to get a number in my brain.
We're looking at about 115 feet of travel you have to make from the landing of the wherever the tower to the landing, going back to the elevator. If you try and make it a straight shot and kind of climb over some rocks, you can reduce it to about 90 feet. Or go through the water. You could reduce it that way too.
Not today, DM.
Yeah.
You mean you don't want to go through this magical lake?
Yeah. Then I'll just be drowning.
I remember what the fuck we did last time, but it was like, nope, we're staying away from the water.
Yeah,
Can
don't
Eric
blame you at all.
start a ritual?
Yeah. Actually, let me explain the situation real quick. So you just encountered a large
Dragon.
yeah, you were attacked by 7 dragons. No, you just exited the tower. You were kind of inflicted by poison, but everybody saved against it. And then you were exiting the tower back onto the beach, and the tower started breaking down, and now the cavern is shaking. There's an earthquake that is going through this entire area. So everything is rumbling, and it's very loud and shaky. And now Eleanor is being pulled down into the sand.
Oh no. Maybe I should cast. Should I try water walk or?
I mean, you can. I would not, because you're currently on. I was about to say solid ground. You're on the ground, not necessarily solid, but you are not on the water right now. But if you intend to, let me move you guys over to this map actually, so you can see what I'm seeing.
I'm gonna grab a drink.
Nope, not there. There we go. Oh, where's Flynn? My boy.
If no one else is immediately doing anything, Urzak's gonna go back and help Eleanor.
Okay. Flynn will do the same. He'll kind of go back here. Make an athletics check, please.
What'd you?
Nice. Flynn will also roll athletics, which is nice, +8 for 20.
I fucking pull her out and throw her across the beach.
Against athletics from the beach, 14. Yeah, so the two of you together with her kind of pushing against it and helping, you do manage to pry her free. But you can tell, Urzak, as you pull her out, looking at her legs, the feeling that you were experiencing is all up her legs, up to her thighs. You can see like actual blood pooling on her clothes from the sediment piercing her skin.
That's it, guys. This is where she dies.
That's not even the planned part where people were gonna die.
In effort to not offend the woman who doesn't exist. How much does it look like she weighs?
She's I actually have that written down for the scale problem.
You're thinking the same thing I am, Billy. I'm just about to baby
100
Bjorn.
with all her gear, 193 pounds.
Nope.
Now you could over encumber yourself and Flynn and carry her together if you wanted. But that would, you wouldn't be able to really defend yourself.
Would oh, that's right. I think you remember. I remember you saying that at the end of the session, like I dropped the wild shape.
Yep, you and Brackle both. Wild Shape and Polymorph both dropped.
Do I have a charge of wild shape where I could?
I don't know. Do you? I don't have your character sheet up.
It doesn't sound like we should have long rested, but I remember I think I did
No.
when we leveled up. You know, when I heard you say about leveling up. So, my bad.
No, you should not have long rested when you leveled up.
Yeah.
How many do you have at level 13? How many wild shapes?
It's just 2.
I don't think you would have any left.
Okay.
We're playing the resource drought, gentlemen. Battle of attrition till you all die. TPK by resource depletion.
Can I like? Oh, here we go. Hold on.
Did you have something? Billy?
I would say.
Never mind.
My. Okay. Fuck it. I'm picking up Eleanor.
Okay.
I am encumbered, but that just drops my speed by 10 feet.
How are you picking her up?
I'm gonna just like fireman carry her. If we pull her out, and just gonna like throw her over my shoulders.
Are you using an arm to keep her up there?
Both arms, like fireman carry. Like she's
Okay.
on my back.
Yeah. As you.
He
Can Eric
dog
do
you.
guidance because he sees Urzak picking her up?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll do that.
That may come in clutch.
Guidance
later.
or resistance?
Guidance because ability check. Yeah, about game.
Urzak, as you pick Eleanor up, you can physically feel yourself sinking about 5 inches, 6 inches down into the sand.
What am I talking about? I got fucking wings.
Oh, that's true. You do have wings.
I'm gonna fly.
Okay. I don't know if we ever talked about wings mechanically for you, like in depth. Because a lot of races can't use them when they are wearing heavy armor or if they are encumbered. So I would say that you cannot fly right now.
Can I use my wings to help me from sinking?
Yeah, I'll allow that. You'll stay on the surface. I'll give you that much.
He's like an ostrich that just can't fly.
Yeah, just like giving him that little bit of propulsion that you need. Yeah. So Vern, Eric, and Teth, you were still on the stone floor, like the stone ledge, going out onto the sand. You see Urzak and Flynn both relatively successfully start their venture out into the sand. You see Eleanor venture out and immediately start sinking, only to be saved and pulled out by Flynn and Urzak. But she is bleeding, essentially from the waist down, like the middle thigh down to her feet. Blood is coming out of her clothing. Next in line that exited the building would be Eric. Would you like to go out into the sand?
I'm pretty sure I could try to do some healing at range.
Water walk the lake. Water walk the
But
lake.
They're like the lake's got to be a safer surface. So I think instead I'll try to cast a spell. I'm not going to do a ritual cast, so it'll be a 3rd level spell slot, which I think I remember
Also,
having too.
I did not explain this very well. This
Okay.
is sorry to cut you off. I think this is important because it might change the way this is.
Mhm.
This is not the direction you're coming from. This is the stone right here. So you're stepping out this way and going back that way because the elevator is down here.
Mm.
That was my mistake, not explaining that right away. So
Okay.
Eric, you are like right here,
But
and Teth and Vern, you're right behind him.
so if we try something where we water walk and then we just go down the water, and it's a little bit longer, but it's circumventing the sand, which is. So I think we should still do that, don't you guys think? Think we're able to do that, DM?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's water,
Yeah, you can walk on water.
if it's
Well,
water.
Well, it doesn't
I
have
think-
to be water. It grants ability to move across any liquid surface.
I was gonna say, as long as it is liquid in form, I believe the spell covers it.
Hmm Except
do it.
As long as it's liquid.
if it's molten lava, you take damage from the heat.
Do
I
it.
can tell you over the table, it is not lava. You're safe from the lava.
Okay, so I will do that. So this is going to give us an hour of water walking. So that, like I just said, ability to move across liquid surfaces.
Is that for everybody?
Up to 10 creatures, so everyone.
Hmm.
Within 30
Perfect.
feet. So I think we're all in range.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. It's all close enough. You could also have cast it before too. So yeah,
Okay, so
everybody can walk on the water.
Okay. So that's one action. And then I have 30 feet.
And this is also very vague turn order too. This is just like your walking order. You can,
Oh.
if you have something else that you want to do, it's not
Okay.
in strict turn order.
I was thinking turn
Eric,
order, where I use 30 feet.
as you step down into the water or onto the water, make a dex and con save, please.
It's also made of glass, isn't it?
Just giant shards of glass shoot up
Right.
Eric's legs.
Is
Not
that right?
glass.
Oh,
Both
God.
saves, dex and con?
Yes, please.
All right. My con was. Sorry.
You're fine.
29.
Mm.
Dex was 6.
Oh, Eric. Oh no. So with a 6 dex, stepping down into the water, regardless of water walk, much to your surprise, because you're expecting to step down onto a solid to you surface, your foot just plunges right down beneath the surface, and you are immediately, Teth and Vern, you see Eric disappear below the surface of the water. You just straight down.
Okay. Is it
But he's
is it
closer
hurting
to
me
us.
like the sand would?
The con save saved you from all damage, so you are not being affected by the particles in the water. You're just moving downwards quickly.
Okay. I still have the same swimming speed.
Mhm.
So can I still do 30 feet?
Make an athletics check or acrobatics. They are attempting to grapple you, Eric.
Okay. 11 for acrobatics.
Okay. Yeah, you're still going down. You can feel a firm grasp around both of your ankles, so they're not letting you get any type of propulsion using your legs at all. They're holding both of your ankles together, pulling you straight down, as if you are attached to a weight.
Okay. I guess that'd be like freedom of movement territory, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
The hardest part is that I long rested, so I don't remember how many slots I had.
I mean, I feel like you were you were pretty spent.
I
You
thought so
had
too. So
you had I think most of your first level and second level slots, but above that it was pretty much wiped out completely because that goes back past like transport via plants in the city and all of those things too. So it was like
yeah.
765 were definitely wiped out completely. I think you had maybe one fourth level.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember.
Can I use that for freedom movement?
I'll let you use that. Yeah.
Awesome. So, the duration, unaffected by difficult terrain, spells, magical effects, cannot reduce my speed,
Okay.
cannot be paralyzed, restrained.
Does
5 feet
it
of
does it say anything about grappled?
grappled, yeah. So I can spend 5 feet of movement to escape from non-magical restraints. Creature has me grappled, for example. And then being
Okay.
underwater, no penalties on my movement.
Okay. Yeah, you can use 5 feet of movement. You're a solid like 25 feet down at this point, Eric. Yeah, you can use freedom of movement to release the grapple. That's for sure. As you break free from the grapple, also, I suppose I'll ask Teth and Vern: are the two of you doing anything as you're watching this? Like he just cast water walk and then fell through the surface of the water.
Vern, I don't know how that spell works, but I don't think that's how it's supposed to work.
Vern is thinking hypothetically that if he was given the option of which party member to kill, he's like, that's the guy.
Oh no! Oh no!
Wait, everyone
Wait.
left over the last part.
Yeah.
Vern was thinking about a party member to kill. What was that?
You missed the beginning of our session. We were talking about like if who our characters would want to kill of our party members instead of the list that Barlos gave us. And I was saying that like I don't think I have anything against any character except for your character because I was impregnated with a seed and then you made a bunch of vine monsters for us to fight. But that's it. That's all. So that's why I was like, further evidence right here. This guy.
Yeah.
He's trouble. But no, I mean if he struggles and he's broken free of their clutches though?
You would not see that.
Why wouldn't we
You
see
would.
that?
You cannot see below the surface of the water. You
Oh.
watch him disappear through the surface of the water.
So he is still submerged.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
You don't
I
know
feel
how
like
far down. He is about 25 feet down at the time that he uses freedom of movement to break free. You also can't
Okay.
see, Eric, you wouldn't be able to see what is holding you either. So you don't know. You can just feel it.
Let's say, does it have an innate swimming speed? And I'll talk to it and say, get the fuck away from me and my friends.
Is this a water walk thing that you can talk
No,
to
I
creatures that
could
have
talk-
no swimming speed? Oh, you're a sea elf.
Yeah, see how.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's what language are you going to try and speak?
Let's see. So
This is a wild way to cross this beach, by the way. I love it so much.
using gestures and sounds. Okay. So I'll kind of just be like, I guess in this moment it'd look more like I had Tourette's or something. Just be like freaking out, like my arms, like what's going on? Like get off me! Like I think it'd be common. I'll say common.
Okay. You'll you'll hear back almost like a. It almost sounds like a whisper that's kind of echoing around the water, all in all directions. You can't pinpoint where it's coming from. Uh, eh, just the word trespasser, just trespasser, and it echoes around.
Said Norman sent us here in Aquin. Would Aquin work?
They will repeat the same word back to you.
Okay, is he still trying to figure out a way to?
I don't know.
What if it
At this
gets
point,
to
we're going in real time. If you're trying to talk to it instead of swim away from it,
I say Zelkai sent us here, or whatever his name was.
I'm gonna say at this
What was the
point,
Sphinx's name?
Vern, you do have enough time to do something.
Okay, I want to
He is
try.
still under the water. Yes.
I don't know if this would work, but my first attempt will be: I see everyone getting bloodied and hurt or sinking into the water, and I want to hold out Coralon's orb and be like, "Let us pass."
Dang. Okay. Yeah. Make a. I'll let you decide. An
Okay.
Arcana, a
Yes.
performance,
Uh-huh.
or
Intimidation.
persuasion.
Okay.
One
Well, that's
of
fine.
those
That also
three.
gets me a +10. So persuasion it is.
It's going to be a high DC. Do you want to know the DC before you roll?
Yeah. Let's hear it.
I'm going to put the DC at 29.
Okay. Yeah. I'll give it a chance then. All right.
Because you're attempting to
boy.
talk to an entire cavern full of elementals that are devoted to Coralon,
Yes.
who you just killed.
Right. Right. But they're little elementals. They're tiny ones. They should listen.
They can't
to
not
you.
see.
dead.
They can't see through walls. Okay.
Okay. Here it is.
No.
Ooh.
Listen, we're supposed to
Oh,
be here.
shit. Oh my god.
That was
Shit.
wild.
Listen
Okay.
to your master elementals.
So as you do this, Urzok, you as you're carrying Eleanor and you're still being, assaulted by the beach. Flynn would feel this that way as well. Eric, you're still being grabbed at, even though you have freedom of movement on. And Teth, you would feel the greatest impact by this being directly next to Vern. As you say that, Vern, a massive red pulse of energy exits the orb and echoes through the chamber, and it just waves through. It makes a huge wave in the lake. The sand is blown back. Just everything is affected by this, and as it goes through and rings and reverberates through this cavern, not only do all of the attempts to grapple stop. So Urzok, you feel all the sand drop into the beach, but also the rumbling of the cavern stops. Clutch roll, Trent.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't know what you did, but we should keep walking.
Yeah, Urzok, he's just booking it still. I don't know if
Yeah.
he realizes any of that at all.
The pulse of red light behind, knocking him forward a little bit.
Oh,
Listen,
I guess I'll keep on running.
Urzok's in this very tender moment trying to save his girlfriend. So
That's right. That's true. He's
God damn it,
fixated on
Trent.
that one girl.
God damn it, Vern, you ruined this for me.
Yeah, I was gonna be a hero.
This is way less romantic now.
I'll turn to the people that are around me and be like, "Well, I may not be able to catch this thing in a golden bowl, but I can do that."
yes, we can do that and walk.
Do we see? Is Eric surfacing yet? Standing on
I
the
don't
water
know.
now, finally.
Eric, are you surfacing?
hmm I'll be coming right up. As soon
Yeah,
as I'm
okay.
not grappled and all that.
Eric, yeah, as Trent pantomimed, you can climb right up onto the surface of the water and walk across it the rest of the way. That is no problem at all.
So yeah, I just sort of submerge and then kind of just like an elevator, just like stopping right at the top of the surface of the water.
Yeah, and you guys can pass freely across the rest of this beach. That's so good.
That was great. I didn't have to do anything.
Yeah, you just stood and watched.
Wow.
You took care of getting out of the tower though, so everybody pulls their weight here and there.
That's great.
Can I try healing Eleanor?
You certainly can, yeah.
Okay, you said the highest level spell slot left probably for me was second or something.
I think yeah, you were all out of third, 5, 6, and 7, and you had 1/4 left, which you just used.
Okay.
So you have I'll say 2 level 2 and 3 level 1.
Okay. Can I do a cure wounds for her?
You sure can.
All right.
Yeah, catch me first.
I was gonna say everyone's the hero here, but Urzak. I'll save her. I'll cure her.
Okay, so the range on cure wounds is touch, so Urzak,
Yeah, you got
I
it.
need
You
to
got to
heal
catch
her.
me.
Urzak, what are we doing? Are we playing games?
Hey,
Playing tag?
You're escaping from a deadly beach. All of you together.
The earthquake stopped.
The
Urzak.
earthquake did stop. That's true. It did stop.
It's almost as if Urzak doesn't hear you. Till he
Really?
till he gets to the elevator where it's safe and not on the beach.
I'll just look at Teth and be like, really? He does not hear me or something? What is that,
He
Teth?
probably hears you and wants to get across the beach. That's just a guess. And then kept running.
All right. What do we do with this guy? We just go.
Yes,
Okay.
we leave. Yep.
So what is your what are all of your movement speeds?
I'm at 20 feet right now.
30.
Yeah, 30.
30.
Okay. So on average for Urzak, it's going to take him 4 rounds to get to the elevator. Everybody else like 3 rounds.
So yeah, the movement and then action dash. Right.
Oh, the action dash. Okay, so everybody around. Well, a movement and action dash would be 60 feet. So 2 rounds for everybody, 3 rounds for Urzak to get there.
Urzak was ahead of us though.
Urzak was ahead of you, but he went back for Eleanor. So
That's true.
We'll just say 2 rounds for everybody because if he dashes 2, that's fine. Flynn can push him into the elevator if he needs to. As you get down to about here. Oh, I have the wrong thing. There we go. Right here. You're like 20 feet away. You're closing in. Bottom of the second round, the second set of. You're at like the 14th second of the 2.5 rounds. You can start to hear the cave rumbling again and things beginning to come back to life. So it was a very short-lived paralysis.
Okay.
Back of the pack is Teth, I'm assuming. Teth and
Yeah.
Vern. Make a dexterity saving throw. Teth and Vern.
Is Vern close enough to get +5?
Yeah, you'll be running in tandem, I suppose.
Yeah. Good, because I need that +5. I need plus something.
Dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. There you go.
Teth, as things start to reanimate, you're almost there. You're like 15 feet away, 10 feet away. two huge globs of sand start winding themselves around your legs and start pulling you back, and you are stopped dead in your tracks. Vern, you are able to keep going. Make a perception check to see if you notice that Teth is no longer next to you.
Okay. That is just a straight D20. Ugh.
Yeah, you notice. I would say with a
Okay.
12, you just kind of sense that you're all by yourself. You no longer hear footsteps next to you. So you get maybe 10 feet in front of Teth. You're right at the landing. You're right here, and you can step onto the platform to get into the elevator with everybody else. But Teth is grappled and stuck into the sand about 15
No.
feet back.
I want to try to. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna exhaust some sorcery points so that I can get a spell slot back. It's a
Okay.
bonus action, so I can just do that, right?
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
Cool. Okay. I'm going to cast. I'm not going to sprout dragon wings, but I'm going to go one lower. I'm going to do. I'm going to use my investiture of wind, which gives me a flying speed of 60 feet
Oh!
for 10 minutes. And
Okay.
I want to zip over and, well, I guess casting that spell probably, yeah, that's my action. So I guess I'll just zip over and I'll try to first just pull Teth out and away from them.
Okay.
I'm guessing that's probably not going to work, but
Everybody else is on the ledge, so you're 5 feet to the right of here.
uh,
Urzak and Eric, do either of you have an action or a bonus action that you would actually both of you make a perception check? Are
I would
you running
say-
running straight into the elevator, or are you stopping to look to see if everybody's behind you based on
I'd get-
perception?
Okay. Oh,
10.
before. Okay.
Urzak's running straight into the elevator with Eleanor. He is gone. He is not helping you.
I rolled a 19.
Eric has a sense to stop and look back for just a second.
To
And
cast resistance.
let's see. Flynn. Flynn is also going to stop. Flynn will stop and turn back and try and help as well. Yeah, you can cast resistance. For what purpose?
Well, is this right before? Well, just because I was just the environment, is requiring a lot of, um, persistence, and there's definitely the trying to impede us. So like saving throws, resistance, but that's all. I think I would give it to the one in the back of the pack, so it should be Teth, I guess, or.
So to cast that on Teth, that is a range of touch. So you would have to go back out into the sand to do that. Are you good with that?
I'm fine with that.
Okay. Make
Yeah,
a
yeah.
dexterity and a constitution saving throw.
I got freedom of movement, baby.
Yeah,
Yes, Drew.
that's wild. So a 6 on Dex and 15 for Con.
And that freedom of movement is really helping you as you as you run back out into the sand. You can feel that it is it's angry that Vern stalled everything the way that he did, and they're grabbing at anything and everything that is running across this sand. But your freedom of movement makes it so that you get to Teth and you are totally fine. And you can cast resistance on Teth. Yeah.
D4 to saving throws.
Cool.
And sorry, Urzak, you lost your D4 for guidance.
Just so we don't have to be bothered with initiative and there are no enemies, I'm just going to go in the order in which things happen to you guys, if that's cool. So Teth, Vern, then Eric.
Mhm.
Is that fine and fair?
Yeah.
All right, Teth, take a turn.
Teth is going to look at all the people that just came off of the elevator to help him, which is very generous of them. And Teth is going to just say, go back to the elevator.
Oh no.
And I would like you try and break the grapple with my action.
Okay. Yeah, roll athletics.
What did I got? +9. Surely I won't roll bad.
Oh. The beach wants you, Teth. You are still stuck,
Oh.
my friend.
Okay. And Teth just goes, okay, well, I'll be that way. And as a bonus action, he'll cast Misty Step and go on the elevator. I use a 3rd level spell slot. For that.
Perfect. Yeah, Teth,
I didn't even
you're,
think about that.
Vern, make a Dex and Con saving throw.
But I'm
One of these
flying.
all-
Are you?
I'm-
are you in the air? Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
in
then
my investiture of wind.
you're good. You're good.
Well,
Okay.
I felt bad.
Can I I'm kind of worried about Eric now, who's out here.
Eric has freedom of
he's-
movement, so
Oh,
he is
to-
good.
okay,
at
so
Dex. He
Okay.
You would have seen
So
him
you
cast
can-
that too. Like
Okay.
you always see me like grabbing my leather and casting when I'm doing freedom movement, so you'd recognize that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Do you look real slippery?
No. I look cool.
Before before I zip over to the elevator, I want to at least get something more out of my investiture of wind. So I can attack. I'm able to attack with it. So I'm going to just like try to blast the sand kind of near me. It's a 15-foot cube of swirling wind centered on a point, so obviously not touching either of us. Each creature in that area must make a Constitution saving throw, or they take 2d10 bludgeoning. Because they're small, they'll move 10 feet away if they fail.
So
So
you are just to get this in writing. You are attacking the beach.
I want to just hit the beach angrily, and then I'm going to do my movement to fly back into the elevator.
All right, roll for it, and then everybody roll initiative.
No, I mean, is there a giant creature? I assumed it was just a bunch of small little mini elementals.
Creatures are creatures, Doc.
No. Well, okay, it's a Constitution saving throw on them. They have to.
Okay.
And it's an 18. They have to beat.
They gotta survive this gust of wind first.
Yeah, we'll see.
suppose if you kill them outright, I will postpone initiative. Oh wow, I love that so much. Oh, no.
No. Well, then it just felt like a nice breeze, right? Because they saved against it, so they don't know that I assaulted them with air.
I suppose that's true. So I guess they saved with enough breadth to just not be affected by it.
Good. I mean, they're
That-
sand. How smart are they? Like
Well, they're not sand, but they're just disguising themselves as sand.
Right.
I will. That logic does make sense to me. I hate it, but I do. I agree with that. We will postpone initiative.
Oh, thank God. Then I will just zip right into that elevator. I'm out of there.
Eric, your turn, and then Flynn will take his turn, and you guys will be on the elevator.
I am not gonna attack the sand, and
I was so hoping you were going to.
then head
Oh.
right to the elevator.
Trent, that made me so happy.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, that
Wait,
was so
there
fucking
was
good.
wasn't there something Eric was supposed to pick up when he was human on this beach?
Oh, he wants me to
That
pick
he
up a
had-
vial of sand.
Wasn't
Oh,
there
yeah,
something?
you can do that. Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
So
You have
right
a
here, I
vial of
just
sand.
sit down and pick up a vial.
Yeah.
Is it stable? Inside the vial.
Yeah,
I-
you can tell that it is acting very similarly to how sand would act. It just is made of different substance.
Okay. And put it in my backpack and my herbalism kit pouches and just sort of saunter up to the elevator.
All right. Last thing we need is Flynn's top of the round or top of the turn. Dex and con save. Dex. Oh, Flynn. Flynn is stuck, but he's not taking any damage.
Ugh.
Can I just like
I mean, leave him. He liked his memories. He can stay. He can stay here.
No, no, my boy.
Yeah, he'll Eric and Vern, you guys are the last ones up on the ledge, and I would assume you are all kind of like watching each other to make sure that you all get back safely. And
Mhm.
Flynn, just like it's routine, he's gonna kind of start to run after Eric, and he will be stopped immediately, and he'll look down, and he'll look back up at you guys, and as he looks up, you can see behind him, 80 feet or so behind him, the top of the tower start to crumble in on itself, start to just implode from the top down. And as that happens, you can see pieces of the wall start falling out, the cavern walls. Stalactites are falling from the ceiling, coming from the back wall in towards Flynn. You have one turn to save him if you want.
Oh my god.
Hey, he's lived long enough. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Can we like cut him
one
off at the
turn
knees and
minus
like
Urza.
drag his?
Yeah, if you can do that in 6 seconds, great.
Okay.
You guys all go first, and then I'll cheat if I need to.
Since
Okay.
we're not in any turn order, you all get one go, so you can take it in any order. Urzak, I would assume that you are alerted at this point, so you can have a turn here too if you would like. 4 chances to save the longest standing NPC in the game.
Urzak's gonna set Eleanor down, and he's just gonna get to the end, like the edge of the sand, and wait to help if he needs to.
Okay. Yeah.
Somebody's already flying and test teleporting, and Eric's got a grease body, so
Okay. I hmm. I haven't used this in a while, but I'll try my rod of rulership.
Okay.
I want to command all the mini elementals that I can see within 120 feet of me. So they have to make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw,
I don't.
or they're
think-
mine for 8 hours.
Oh my god. Okay. I don't think they're gonna be able to make that. Well, maybe anything's possible, but I don't foresee them doing that. DC 15.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Nope. So how? Jesus.
So how many elementals do I command now? Barlos?
What's the range?
120 feet.
Oh God.
I really am Coralon now. I do command them.
Just slot it in to fill a spot. So as you, oh Jesus, let me select them all real quick. So you now command.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god. Look at those big guys.
Oh, look at that. Oh.
So as you hold up your rod, you can see. Oh, these guys should be. These guys are right here with Flynn. With Flynn, not with Eric. Eric isn't even there anymore. Heck. As you raise your rod, you see Flynn let loose. And from underneath the sand, you see several rust-colored skulls float up into the air, all of their heads adorned with crystals and rocks and different sediments jutting out of their bones of their skull. Down to the far end, close to the tower, you can see a very large swirling water elemental. And down here, standing up out of the water, this actually a huge sized, this is like 20 feet tall, a water elemental made of crystal and ice, you would imagine. And all of them are looking to you, waiting for you to tell them what to do. Wild.
I think it's time
Worship
to.
me.
I think it's time to take Azura. No, I'm just kidding.
And they're yours for 8 hours. That's crazy.
I know, but if they get hit, they snap out of it. Like if one of us hits them. So I don't know if I want to bring them on the elevator with us. As cool as they are, I don't know. I'll turn
to you.
I'll turn to my party and I'll be like, "Do we want new friends or no?"
Grab Flynn.
Okay. I command all of the elementals to go as far away from the elevator as possible and stand in a circle, like not really holding hands because they don't have hands, but just like a little circle as everything caves in around them. They can be together.
Sing Kumbaya.
Yeah.
These guys will get as close as they can. Well, this guy can walk, so he's in the center of the circle.
Yeah. No, I want them to sing as it all rains down. I just want them to chant "Fuck Coralon" over and over.
Do any of you speak Primordial?
Yes.
You do?
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Urzak hears the most bizarre, gravelly chant he's ever heard. It is out of tune, wildly. There are what, like 12 of them? Yeah, 12 elementals. 11 of them in a circle. One of them at the coast of the water here. All of them chanting, "Fuck Coralon! Fuck Coralon!" Over and over and over. And as Flynn just barely makes it up onto the ledge and you all run into the elevator, you see them all disappear under a shroud of rock and dust and ice, and there are waves crashing in from the lake. And as the door to the elevator shuts, you can hear and feel the impact on the door on the other side. And just a tiny bit of water and mud and dust gets in through the doors as they close. And then all is quiet and calm. No more motion, no more rumbling, no more chanting from the elementals. You are safe in the elevator with all 6 of you In the commotion, you notice that Bracklebath is gone.
Oh no!
He is no longer with you.
When's the last time we saw Brecklebath?
You can all make a perception check or a history check. I'll let you decide.
We definitely saw him leave the tower, right?
He was 100%
Because
next to Eric when you left the tower.
because all the memories went out.
Yep. Oh, Eric's gonna know.
Mm.
He's right next to him.
That's true. Eric, you are the only one that recalls as you are crossing the beach. He would have gone the same way as you, crossing the water. It didn't come up in conversation because everything was happening so fast as you were getting into the elevator, crossing the beach, dealing with the elementals and things like that. As you were both, you and Brackle both, pulled under the water, you would see him struggle just like you were struggling. You'd see him kind of fighting against what you now know are elementals pulling him down. He is a bit lighter than you, so he was getting pulled down much faster. He's about 10 feet lower in the water than you. As you cast freedom of movement, you were able to get free and he was not. And you see him sinking lower and lower into the water until a moment, blink and you'll miss it. You see him sort of shine for a second, almost like a halo overshield, if you guys know what that is. Just like a whole energy field across his entire body for just a very brief moment. And he begins to disapparate. His whole body begins to just dissolve into the water, and he is gone.
So I'll just tell everyone last time I saw him was under the water. He dissolved and cast a spell of
He dissolved.
Eric, you have such a way with words.
Can't
Do you
blame
think he's
Eric
okay,
for the
Eric?
description the DM gave.
Have we seen him cast that spell before?
Make an Arcana check.
Yeah. Let me see. I think it's 17.
It is not a spell that you recognize, if it's a spell at all.
Hmm.
Do you
Well,
think he's okay?
I was underwater. I didn't, go under the same effect. How would Eric think, DM, about? So with the Arcana check, it's not a spell I've seen, but did it look like he
You
was in distress as he was dissolving?
You would be. Damn it! You would have very little indication that it was 17. How do I want to word this? He's pretty far away from you, and it is clearly magical. It's a magical effect, but very high level, or past a level that you could even conceive of yourself practicing at. I guess with a 17, you would know pretty certain that it was an external effect being used on Bracklebath. It did not originate from him. I would say you would know that with a 17.
So I would say no.
Yeah, I would
He
say
was
I
not.
mean, whatever you think Eric would take from that knowledge, you know.
And plus, did I see an expression on his face of any kind of anguish?
Panic.
Thing?
Panic.
So then,
He can't breathe underwater like you can, so he's going down. I would imagine that at that point he would assume that was it. Like that is where he ends until he disapparated.
so he was right underneath the ledge, and this is all happening, and I describe it all, and the panicking and the disappearing or disapparating.
Great.
Great.
I mean, it's better than just seeing him suffocate, right? I don't know what happened, but does he have a deal with the devil?
You know, next time I see the children of Farinth, to make a good cautionary tale. It's what happens when you lie to your friends.
Yeah. That's Urzok's favorite story to tell.
They're
What happens when you lie?
all the only stories he tells. It's just that story 20 different ways.
Does anybody have a way to reach out?
He had the stone, right? So
I have.
he
if we
did have the stone. You're right.
if we find Dez, we could feasibly check in on him.
I have that stone.
Oh yeah, did Des give the stone to you?
Yeah. Because I
Teth
wanted
has the
to
stone?
whisper sweet nothings into Dez's ear.
Oh yeah, so he does not have the stone. Teth has the stone.
Oh,
Oh,
you have the
okay.
stone that Brackle had. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well,
Fuck.
I don't suppose anyone else has a way of telepathically reaching out.
I'm looking. I don't think I do.
I mean, I have scrying, but I obviously don't have the spell slot right now.
Well,
So I would
Good.
say that would require time.
we get topside and get back to the city, take a rest, and then check in on him. Scrying's honestly our best case scenario.
So I'm going to give you guys an option since we're also playing next week. This is less of a time discrepancy. Would you prefer a blanket investigation check or perception check, your choice, back up through the prison? Because it's going to be empty. Like full disclosure, the guards are all dead or displaced. Would you like to just make a perception check and investigation check good for the entire thing and fast track back to the cave mouth, or go through room by room?
I like the fast track option.
Okay.
I
so-
like the fast track as well. With the only note being that I grabbed that Warforged, or the not Warforged.
Yep.
Tom.
Yep, that's totally fine. Yeah, you can do that.
Oh, did Homeboy leave before we
Philip?
went down the hall? Not Philip. Your friend Warforged.
Oh, Gail. She took off.
Yep.
Okay.
She and Philip left together.
Oh, I like that for them.
Well, now that Philip's gonna die.
Great. So this will be a little bit of a This will be a little bit of a lore dump slash inventory dump, but make a either investigation or perception. I will let you all decide.
Ooh. Oh god, should I use my extra dice?
Investigation.
This is me not saying that there won't be or maybe a quiz just like that in a couple weeks when we get back after Donovan's thing. So
I wanna.
you
I'm
might
gonna
get another
fucking-
one soon.
It's
All right.
an important role.
There's plus 13. 25. Look at that fucking 11.
Woo! Nice.
God damn, you have a plus 14?
That was the
Oh,
14
that was his investigation roll plus his D12
Oh,
that he can.
Jesus. I was like, fuck, man, that's expertise. Shit.
Yeah.
Can't you just do 1d20 plus 1d12 plus whatever?
Yeah. But I already rolled the d20, so.
Oh, okay. I was
Eric-
typing at that.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna fast track back up through the dungeon. Make either investigation or nice.
Oh,
Either perception or investigation, Eric, to see what you find. But with, I mean, even a 15 is a good roll, so all of you are gonna get something.
I'm kind of thinking I want to do investigation, but it's like a way lower modifier, or just because of the nature, right? Or you know what I'm saying? Or should I just go with perception?
I will tell you with the four of you kind of doing a mixture of both, I would just go with the higher modifier.
Okay.
In other cases, I see what you mean, and I would go with that line of thinking normally. But for this, I would just go for the higher roll.
Okay.
Nice,
That's perception as well.
cool. So this is what all of you find. I'm just going to start from the top down with Urzak. With a 25 investigation, you find, and these are going to be things that largely pertain to you guys or the party as a whole. You will find a small booklet as you're combing through the cells on your way back up. It is a list of all of the guards that worked there, their home residences, and their wages, what they make. So it's basically like a staff list, like a ledger listing all the people that worked at the compound. You'd also find personal notes, if not from Ken, from higher ups like managers and things like that. It's like a complaint or compliment section, and not many of them are filled. But you would note specifically that Philip has several compliments under his name.
Aww.
His brother Ross, who you unfortunately had to fight the undead version of down in the cavern, also had several compliments, both from coworkers and other people visiting the prison, visiting the compound. And you would note that there are no complaints. It seems with a 25, the way you're reading through it is everybody here had the impression that they were working towards good. They were trying to secure this location so it couldn't be used as a prison anymore. They felt largely that they were they were acting in the best interest of their country. It seems like these people were not at fault for the crimes of Ken or being under the thumb of Coralon or whoever else. Also with the 25, you let's see. Let's see if the dice gods are going to be kind to you, Urzak. No, you find 12 gold.
I'll take it.
You also find a nicely crafted halberd and 3 daggers and a set of studded leather armor.
Before I lose this train of thought, is there any way for anybody to pick up this sword without picking up this sword?
Sword.
The cursed sword that's sitting on the ground.
There is a way that I could think of, yeah, but I'm not going to tell it to you.
Picking up a curse. What was the cursed sword from?
It was just laying on the ground next to one of the
Yeah.
cells.
After we fought
Um,
the black.
well,
The
actually,
the ooze, yeah.
so
True,
if
yeah,
you
it was
if you would like to take more time, it's up to you. It's going to take, like, with the elevator ride, you're looking at like hour and a half, almost 2 hours looking through this place to get out. If you'd like to take more time, which is up to you, you could rewire automaton and have him carry it out. They would tack on
Does-
like
Can Zapdos
25
carry it?
I would say first of all, does somebody have Mage Hand?
If it did, it'd be
Nope.
Brackle, right?
part
Yeah.
that's not here. Yeah.
Second of all, did we want to rewire the automaton? Anyway,
I kind of got the impression that Gale had stripped it to the point where
that was kind of what I thought too.
wasn't
I
an
thought a
option.
lot of the parts were his parts or her bird parts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But the DM says we can do it, so we can do it.
I'll still let you do it. It's just going to take more time. It's not going to be quick like it was before.
We don't have a god pursuing us anymore, so we have time.
I-
Although Eleanor, is she
I-
still bleeding out, or have we helped her a little bit?
She got to cure wounds a little bit.
Okay.
She's doing okay. She's doing okay.
I'm very much of the mind if time is mentioned that it's important. The DM's secretly gonna fuck us.
This is an above game promise. There are no other creatures in this dungeon. Otherwise, I wouldn't tell you to fast track.
I'm not
The
worried about
elevator-
In this dungeon.
In this
The
dungeon.
elevator reopens behind us, and it's just filled with elementals.
Surprise!
What did you make us say about Coralon?
Your wish is our
Oh.
command. They're yours for 8 hours. They're yours for 8 hours.
Well, I know. Well, how long does it take to rewire a robot, though? I don't know.
I don't know. Not 8. Oh, I said like a half an hour, 25 minutes, half an hour.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, let's do
if
it. Let's
anybody-
let's fix up this robot.
Teth might be able to help Vern, but I think it would mostly be Vern, right?
Yeah, and you gave me Tinker's tools now, so
Mhm.
Tinker's tools are.
Yep. Check with your Tinker's tools at advantage with Teth assisting you.
Okay. Mm,
I guess the other question is, I'm sure a couple of characters are able to cast a spell, but does anybody have remove curse prepared?
Not prepared.
I don't think Breckle has it either.
Actually, I don't even.
Brad, you don't have remove curse prepared, do you?
Remove curse, no.
Okay.
Is that a
Really
druid or a
convenient.
cleric spell?
I think clerics would definitely have it. I don't know about druids.
I just-
Carlos, I'm sorry. How do I roll for Tinker's tools? I have the
Uh,
item up, but or is there like a?
You're allowed to add your proficiency bonus. So just roll with your modifier is whatever your proficiency bonus is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we usually did like an ability check as well. So like
I don't know what ability it would be. I guess the
it's,
way that your tinkering works, it would be more arcane. So I guess I would give you an Arcana check if
Plus
we were
my
using
proficiency bonus. Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
that. That sounds great. Okay.
it.
Seeing that he wants to do something with the automaton, can I give him guidance?
I don't know that he'll need it, but yeah, it's free, so go for it.
What does guidance add for me?
At a D4.
D4, yeah.
A D4. All right. So let's see. So here's my. Also, is this at advantage too?
Yes, with Teth.
Because Teth's helping me. Okay.
Mhm.
So,
robot's gonna be so fucking cool.
and my D4 roll, I guess, will just be that. Okay.
We're at 26. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take no longer than the estimated 25 minutes to do it. Automaton jumps back on. He'll jolt up, and he is still speaking in Undercommon. So
Okay.
really, only Teth can understand him. But enough of it carries over to Common. Like it's kind of an older version of Common that they speak in the Underdark. Enough of it carries over at Vern that you kind of get the idea that he will just follow you. He is good to go.
Okay. All right. My friend, it is time for you to see your calling and purpose in this world. And I'll gesture to the cursed sword lying on the ground.
He will gladly pick it up, and nothing happens to him. He is all good.
Good. All right. All right.
So does that mean that Teth could have picked it up? We'd have been fine the whole time.
No, he is less than sentient. He is essentially just following orders at this point.
Okay.
His intelligence is far below where Teth's is. Cool. Next on the list, who is that? Trent. So Vern with a 15. As you are, through fixing up automaton, you find several bars of winter steel. We'll say 4 bars of winter steel that you can use.
Nice.
You also find a small rod, a small like steel rod.
Hmm.
You find 64 gold.
Okay. So this steel rod, if I put it someplace, does it not move from that place?
It certainly does not move from that place. It has a button on the
Wonderful.
top, and you can press it, and it doesn't move from that place.
Yes, fantastic. I will pocket my unmovable rod.
And also with a 15, you find a small, like a tan, like a dust colored satchel.
Okay.
And
I'll
on the satchel it's like a branded, it's like a leatherish material. Branded on the satchel is your family crest.
Oh, yeah, that's great. Anything inside or just the bag itself?
If you open the bag,
Well, hang on. Okay, let me think about it. So I'm admiring the beauty of the bag and my family crest. And then I'm going to hold the bag away from my face and kind of open it in the direction of a wall.
just opening the bag and nothing really happens. But looking into the bag, you can see a series of like very very small, tiny stuffed animals, like miniature Beanie Babies.
Oh, that's really cute. And also strange. Before I pull out an animal, I'll turn to my party and be like, "Guys, look! Maybe these were stuffed animals from my childhood, right? If it has my family crest on the side? What do you guys think?
Um, I still don't understand why your family crest was on that door.
You know, me either, but it all kind of worked out, didn't it?
That's true.
So,
It's true.
so you know, guys, you're all my closest and really only friends. And this bag is filled with stuffed animals. Do you each want to take one?
Yeah,
we'll
Eric.
find it.
Eric will grab one.
Okay, let's see what happens. What
Okay,
animals does Eric have to choose from?
Eric, roll a roll a d8.
Oh,
D8.
if we get into combat out of this, I'll be so pissed.
Fucking raptor appears.
A 2.
Uh, it is a small gorilla, stuffed gorilla.
Oh, cool. What I wanted for Christmas.
Oh, Brackle would love something like that. Oh, and Vern gets quiet for a moment and thinks about Brackle's absence.
Yeah, well, all of his polymorphs as a gorilla. Yeah, large gorilla. Yeah, well, I'll just kind of like somberly just like think about Brackle for a second.
And they continue to
Oh,
rage
Brack.
loot.
Man, he didn't get any of this loot either. It's too bad.
Does anything happen to the gorilla stuffed animal, or now does Eric just have a gorilla stuffed animal?
He just has a gorilla stuffed animal for now.
Okay.
I'm cool with that. Anybody else want to take one as a token of my friendship?
When
They look like little stuffed animals, right?
Yep.
Can I see what else there is?
You can roll a d1 or a d8.
Can I like?
This is your
manifest it with your willpower.
fate's telling you this is your spirit animal, whatever it is.
8.
It is a tiny tiger.
Oh,
Grab the tiny tiger and
We'll say it's a white tiger.
ooh, exotic.
thank you, Vern. I will treasure it forever.
Teth, would you like one?
Sure.
Roll that d8, Ted.
Sweet 8.
I'm just gonna rotate it around because the tiger's always gone. Also gone. You have a black bear, a tiny little black bear.
Nice.
Hmm.
I was hoping you were gonna say if you roll like a 1, like a hand reaches out and grabs you and pulls you in.
And you become the stuffed animal.
Yeah. Yeah.
The next person that reaches in gets a little robot stuffed animal, and it's Teth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got it.
And that's all you find of importance, Vern. The
Cool.
only other piece of information that you would find that's not a physical item, your family's crest is embossed on all of the prison cell doors, like on the locking mechanism.
Okay, not great, but yeah, okay.
It is also much like the entryway door and the door to the Path of Coralon. All of the doors are embossed with your family crest in some way. A lot of times it's very, very small by the handle or somewhere kind of off to the side. On other doors, like important doors, like the one leading into Ken's office, it has it very large in the center of the door. but it is on every door. Almost all lighting fixtures. So if there are hung torches, your family's crest is on the metal sconce that holds the torch. It is
Okay.
everywhere throughout this prison. You can't find a piece of machinery or operational, a door, a window, anything that's operational within this facility likely has that branded on it somewhere.
So
Does the automaton? Does he have a brand on him?
He does not. He does not.
Okay.
say, Vern, your family is rich, right?
Yeah, pretty rich.
All right.
Pretty
Probably have more.
obscenely wealthy.
Probably have more gold than my home village is worth. Um,
Money's not
what
everything.
what did your family make their fortune doing?
That is a brilliant question.
Make a history check, Vern.
Okay.
Let's see what baby Vern remembers.
Private prisons. I'm just what?
Ooh.
Uh,
And now Vern's trying to make amends for his ill-gotten wealth.
wouldn't it be horrible if that was not the worst?
Oh no.
It can be worse.
Okay, let's
It
see.
would not be horrible if the truth was not worse.
So you've heard of
It-
pharma, right?
with a 15, Vern,
Mm.
you would not know about the knife. Obviously, that was a very well kept secret, even from their closest friends and relatives. You had
Mm.
no idea about that until you received the letter. But you distinctly remember several meetings that both of your parents had with people that you felt were very scary as a 7-8 year old, just giving very scary vibes walking into your house, into your father's study to meet with both of your parents. It was a common place to have aides and different nannies and things. Your parents didn't care for you a lot of the time, hands on.
Right.
But it was very odd to have both of them go into a meeting together. And whenever they did that, it was with people who you inherently did not want to trust. You felt like you
Mm.
could not trust. So you don't know what they did.
Okay.
That DC is incredibly high, but you did notice some shady dealings that made you very
Mhm.
uncomfortable as a child.
Okay.
Through the lens of a of an 8-year-old or a 7-year-old. Yeah.
Right. Urzak, they dabbled in a lot of things, and not always with the most savory of characters. But it was so long ago. I'm just as surprised as you are to see my crest on so many things here.
Guess I don't suppose they were into ironworking or craftsmanship.
Yeah, let's go with that. I think that's a very nice way to think about it.
Or
I mean,
maybe
I'm
they,
into crafting things, so it just kind of only makes sense that I got it from somewhere.
maybe they were in the door business.
Maybe they were.
That's right.
That's a good way to look at it. Are we ready to move on to Teth?
Mhm.
All right, Teth, in your investigation with a 30, a crazy high roll, you find 3 spell scrolls right off the bat.
Jeez.
You find and you can read them. It is a spell scroll of Destructive Wave, a spell scroll of Raise Dead,
Mm.
hold on one second, sorry. and a spell scroll of Magic Circle. You also, with a 30, you find 75 gold. And you find a series of schematics. These are make a history check with advantage because you're looking at these with your eyes and feeling them tactily with your hands.
Hey, I got a +5. Don't even need it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
With a natural 20, the moment you open this book of schematics, there are a series of maps inside, a series of blueprints for buildings. They are all apparent bases of similar units to the Puro barracks. It seems to be a list of locations and different kind of security measures that are implemented with like other sects of places that are led the same way. This booklet confirms that both Ken and the Black Rider and the higher ups within the Puro barracks are in fact chasers.
Ooh.
And as you are kind of leafing through this pamphlet, you find the blueprint to a room that exactly matches the corner of the map that was left to you by Zethlo that you picked up at his residence in the capital city that you assumed at that point was where he was taken. Now it seemingly is incredibly apparent.
That's awesome. I was just typing. I just typed "this is awesome" 20 times. Good shit.
Also, with a 30, you find 2 extra power cells that can power your armor,
Oh yeah.
likely left over from Gale.
Nice.
And that is it. Anything that you want to, any questions or role playing around that with you guys, or shall I move on to Eric?
You can go to Eric.
Okay. Eric, you had a 17. Eric, you don't find much. I guess that's not the right way to say that. You don't find much outside of what you saw before. You sifting more closely through everything, you find 2 more doses of sour grass and 3 more doses of wolfsbane. You find and take along with you 3 torches. 2 of them seem very standard. One of them seems to be made of a darker, lighter wood, and the outside of it is very glossy.
Okay.
You also find, with a 17, 2 vials of truth serum. And underneath those vials, you find them just like under a table, as if somebody was, trying to wipe the table clean and get out very quickly. These 2 just fell out of their hands or something. They were left on accident. Underneath the vials, you find a pamphlet for it contains the recipe to truth serum, so you can copy that into your herbalism kit once you find the time. You can do that during downtime if you like.
Okay.
You'd also find a list of names, first of all, and a series of edicts issued by the Chasers to mass produce truth serum. And this was coming down from their a wide range of leadership, and I can get you I'll get you a full list of names and things like that later. I have to type that all out, but I will get you like a full. Same for Teth and for Urzak. I can get you a full write up of what you find in your pamphlets as well. But names that stick out to you, Eric. A. Daunt.
Hmm.
Z. Durand.
Okay.
W. Wellerby. And H. Ecleodroc the second.
Not H. Ecleodra.
And these are all on the list of people to be administered truth serum. They are manufacturing
Ooh.
truth serum specifically to you would interrogate these people on this list to find and take information from them.
Okay.
You also find a rapier.
All right.
And that's it. As you exit the I gotta get Brackle out of here.
Braggle.
Exiting the cave. Do you have a walking order?
Urzak will be in front.
Okay.
Stuff will be in the rear.
I'll be on the water.
Yeah.
Like the water,
All
just
right.
like just like jutting out of the waterfall and just like walking on the little river as we go out the prison door.
So you're walking out of the cave. It's incredibly dark in there. Your eyes take a moment to adjust, and you breathe fresh air for the first time in many hours. It's now late in the evening. The sun is almost down to the horizon, shining directly into your line of sight. And all of you here, I suppose all of you except for Teth and Vern. Well, all of you except for Vern. Teth has heard this voice before. You hear a familiar voice, and a voice that is not easy to forget once you've heard it before. As you exit the mouth of the cave, your eyes adjust, and over the horizon on the hill that's just south of the cave mouth, you see a tall, hooded figure. You also see 7 figures. You see 6 figures just kind of hanging in the air, all suspended in the air. As you kind of open your eyes and you are able to see past the sun is now blocked by this hill. It all comes into view as Visick standing by himself. Maybe 10 feet in front of you, 15 feet in front of you, Urzak.
Jeez.
Smiles as you exit the cave. And he makes it brief, no large monologues this time. He'll just say, "Surprise!" And he will take his hand like this, close his fist. And you hear two incredibly quick and incredibly violent snaps. And as your eyes adjust past where he is standing, you can see that the figures up in the air are Marawil, Philip, Warwick, Bell, Silgath, and Beth. And the first body to drop is Silgath.
Okay. Is
You
he all
watch.
right? I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. He's probably dead, right? That's the point.
You watch, unable to do anything. It happens so fast. As his neck snaps, and he falls. They're all about 15 feet up in the air, so he falls 15 feet to the ground, motionless. The other 5 are awake. Their mouths are shut. Their eyes are wide open in horror. They clearly cannot speak. The second snap you hear comes from behind you.
What?
As you look back over your left shoulder, Urzak, you can see Eleanor crumpling to the ground as well.
Oh no. Oh no.
And that's where we'll end the session tonight.
Oh my god, no.
Guys, I fucking vote for my girlfriend.
I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I had to look out for my girlfriend.
We all voted for Beth, okay?
So all of you and Andrew voted for Beth except for Billy.
I don't give a fuck about that.
So at the end of the day, Beth had 4 votes.
Uh-huh.
Belle had 2. She was in second. And then I had to roll between Marawil, Warwick, Philip, and Eleanor, all who got 1.
Okay.
There's a 4-way tie for who was gonna get it.
Mhm.
I rolled the d4 for them today.
And Eleanor was the one.
Hey, do you think Vizic's gonna leave in the next 54 seconds?
I don't know. We'll have to tune in next week to find out.
Oh, that's
Here,
oh.
cast Spare the Dying.
Does that work on undead?
It's just
Uh,
if they have 0 hit points, that's it. I get.
They
Oh
might
yeah,
be-
sorry, no effect on undead. Shit.
They might be less than
I was
0
gonna say-
hit points.
I think they're dead. I don't think they're like dying.
I would surmise that both of them have been outright killed.
Yep.
Does
Outright
that look
killed.
like anything different for Dampier bodies?
No. Their bone structure is going to be identical to the race that they were before they died. Both Eleanor and Stilgath were human, so they would have identical bone structure to a human. I think the only thing that would look different is that they don't bleed at quite as rapid a rate
Mhm.
because they're not actively pumping. Like it's just sitting in their body. It's not circulating. So you don't see a lot of like clotting or pooling of blood around either of them. They just drop.
And it's not like, the breath is gone from them because they never had to breathe in this
Nope.
life. Dang.
Nope. Both of them are lying on the ground, eyes wide open.
Oh, phew! Their eyes are still open.
They must be fine. Yeah, that's it. That's the session.
That's pretty extreme. How's Urzak taking all this?
Anyway, so um,
Speechless.
for 2 weeks from now, when we start the other campaign,
You're gonna take away everything that Barlos loves from him.
no. On a serious note, the general basis for what I have right now, without giving away too much, as far as setting, you guys will be in a research library.
Mhm.
And you guys everybody there will be like an active employee. Like everybody there works there, basically. So when you start thinking about characters, think about what your character would do at the library. A couple sectors that I already have kind of layered out would be like Arcanum, which would be like wizards or other arcane users, who are like the scientists of the facility. There is a clergy of like clerics, that basically are in charge of protective measures around the facility. There are obviously like physical guards, like your fighters, like those types of people. Just be like
Mm.
martial warriors in general. And then obviously anything you guys can think of, I'm open to, as well. So
Okay.
I would think about that for your guys' characters. I
Any
wouldn't.
class, any race, or are there?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, uh, if you have, just let me know. There is some restriction, but I don't want to say it outright because it's kind of a spoiler.
Okay.
I'm going through my head as to all possible horror
If you
games that it could be like. So I'm
if
like,
you step on the wrong stone, I will tell you.
okay,
But I
Perfect.
kind of want to
are
keep it a
there
surprise.
SCP creatures in this facility in cages? Did I guess
Yeah,
it?
I would have to go do research to find how I'm trying to say is I could never be that good. Those are so like those stories
All
people
that
write
lore.
about those are so fucking good. That would be amazing. Yeah, I think obviously I'm open to discussion for this as well. I'm thinking level 8 for people.
I'm fine with
Um,
that. That's a nice level to start, I think.
Especially after we all do level 15 this weekend.
Yeah.
I think some good middle ground would be nice. Would not say don't go too crazy about your backstory. I don't think it's going to be. I would imagine between 4 to 8 sessions. That being said, it's probably going to be twice that, just because how it goes.
Oh,
But planning for that, so don't go crazy into a backstory and write out like 3 family trees and your brother's name and your favorite pet. You know,
Because my character is going to come in and kill them all.
it's going to be more about the events that are occurring immediately and less about, uh any kind of past type stuff.
Mm.
So but yeah. Just
Cool.
food
Sounds
for thought.
interesting.
Food for
Awesome,
thought.
man.
Magic items,
I will get back to you on that.
rarities. Okay.
I would probably say maybe like a blue and a green,
Nice.
maybe. We'll see. We'll start with that for
Okay.
now. Like a rare and then an uncommon.
Uncommon. Awesome.
Cool. But obviously we'll talk about more. We still got a week of stuff to finish up. So
Uh-huh.
just get
Mourning
the
the loss.
Listen, I was trying to move past it, all right?
I know that's heavy though. That's a good ending to a session right there. And I like
More
when
more
Silgat
more,
died. It was like
more loss for
okay.
Urzak.
Yeah, but I was so
More
dumb too.
loss.
When it was like from behind you, I'm like, who could it be behind us? And it's like, oh,
I was waiting
funny.
for it. I was like, yeah.
It's funny because
It-
Barlow's had mentioned something last night, and then something clicked, and I was like, "Oh, don't do it." Don't do it.
Truly, I did roll for it today,
Uh-huh.
and right,
hmm.
Yeah.
I swear I did, and
No.
right when I got it, I was like, ah, well, I'm not
You know what's funny?
sad about it.
Listen, guys. Listen, guys. Who the fuck voted for Belle? Okay, how many conversations do we have with her? Like one. I never even talked to her. Okay, Warwick. I had one conversation with that dude, and we did a combat which he tried to like run from. Okay, so good on him.
Eleanor's been fighting at her side, help defeat a god with us.
Philip, guys.
Yeah.
Okay,
who
get
voted for
Philip's
Philip?
name out of your mouth. Philip is a saint. Philip is going to be the one that saves the world. You'll see.
The guy we fucked with, the guy we were like, you're the chosen one. Nope, gotcha, bitch. We're just messing with you.
Yeah, all the more reason why he
Fucking-
shouldn't be the one that gets like snapped in half in this
Fucking
moment.
like 8 hit point having motherfucker.
I'm gonna say, Donovan, that and I've been looking forward to this last like day of in-game time for so long. The way that next session, the last session of the chapter, is gonna open, can alter what has happened over the last two and a half days. So wait a second.
No, I mean, look, guys. She's
gonna be
she's a fictional character where
It's gonna be
there's a fictional
last
tension
session.
between two characters. That's fine. Poor Urzak.
We're
I
we're
pity
gonna-
Urzak. I'm fine.
Well,
Poor Urzak.
We'll see what happens next week. We'll see what happens next week. I'll leave it at that.
That's intriguing.
If my brain makes it through Saturday.
I mean, I think Urzak, I think that if nothing else is restored, then you, like me, now have a bird to take care of. You know?
The bird
Eleanor's crow.
turned into her armor at some
Oh,
point.
no.
So I don't know,
The armor didn't snap.
I asked the question, I was like, is this like a real bird or is this like a spirit bird? And you're like, oh, it's a real bird. And then it's like, oh, my bird also turns into my armor. So so I don't know.
think like meld into stone. It's a magic. It is a physical bird, but it has magical properties. It's not spectral or like a familiar or something. It's a physical being. So the bird is
That
still
now
alive.
needs a family.
It needs a caretaker. Yeah.
Just think though, Billy, on Saturday you get to torture Barless with a level 15 character.
Yeah, it's true.
I cannot wait for you guys to meet Rayleigh.
All of the characters are so good. I've had so much fun in these one-on-ones. It's so good. All of them, you guys are just like asking good questions and making good rolls and like using bad rolls in super positive ways, which is all I could ever ask for. I've had all 5 of them that I've done so far have been great. I'm looking forward to Saturday.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too.
It'd be good.
What time? What was the
Noon.
Noon? Okay.
Noon to 9, and then we're gonna take a break at some point in the middle of the
Okay.
day for a dinner or a meal of some sort.
Yeah.
Noon Eastern, 11 Central.
I just thought about that. I've been working like 10 days straight, which is how much dick I have to suck to get a weekend off now. And it'll be like it's like 120 hours on those 10 days straight. And I'm just like, I literally was like, I can sleep in until like 11 that day. It'll be great. I'm like, no, it's not even noon for me. It's 11. Like, what are you?
Yeah.
Oh, I just lost an hour of sleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be good though. I'm excited.
All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. Great session tonight.
Mhm.
Thank you for
Yeah.
making that beach way more interesting than I would have made it had it gone my way. I liked it a lot. Very cool.
We were, yep.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
All right.
Good stuff.
Hi
All right,
guys.
guys. Good night.
See you guys. Good night.
See ya.
Bye.